Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Heavy snow greets travelers returning from Thanksgiving holiday. Airport delays, long lines at grocery stores for Granite Staters. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Well, about 20 minutes or so ago, we had some pretty decent-sized flakes coming down. They've shrunken a little bit, but the snow still coming down at a pretty good pace here in Peterborough. We're standing right now at the intersection of 202 and Route 101, and you can see we got snow-covered roads out here. We started making our way to this area from Manchester on Route 101, and that's, as we started to approach Peterborough, that's when we started to really see the snow coming down right around 3:30 this afternoon. However, I did speak with some viewers further west out in the Keene area, and they told me they started to see snow coming down right around 3 o'clock. So it is here. The storm has arrived, and it is creating some slick conditions out on the roadways. I can tell you Route 202, which is what we're standing on right now, is caked in snow. We don't have a lot building up, but it is causing some problems. We've seen some cars skid on by, but for the most part, people are taking things slow. And it's also not all bad news. We did have a chance to speak with some people who are out grabbing some last-minute items, shovels and things like that, and they tell us, bring it on.
I'm thrilled. I absolutely adore the snow, and it couldn't have come soon enough for me.
Really nice. What do you
Absolutely.
like about winter?
I love everything. If you don't love winter, it's going to be a long time. I love to snowshoe, snowmobile, walk my dog in the snow.
Wise words there. You just have to embrace it and have a good time. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long winter. Now, we did see some private plows and state plows going up and down the roads. They'll likely be out all night long as they try to keep up with this storm as it rolls through. We're live here in Peterborough. I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Just embrace it. Thanks very much, Tim. Well, there's no doubt that this storm will make for some tricky road conditions out there. Here's a live look at how traffic is flowing across the state right now on what's said to be one of the busiest travel days of the year. The southbound side of the Everett Turnpike in Nashua is currently closed due to a crash there. Meantime, if you're not driving home tonight, you might be flying instead. So, here's a look at the departures board at the Manchester-Boston Regional Airport, where the number of flight cancellations and delays have been growing. WMUR's Siobhan Lopez joins us live from Nashua now with more on the overall conditions tonight.
Yeah, those issues you talked about in the Everett Turnpike, we're seeing those kind of all around the city, very slick conditions. It's been snowing here for over an hour now, really starting to build up on the roads. You mentioned a busy travel day, people coming home from their Thanksgiving vacations. Earlier today, we did catch up with people at the airport who beat the storm to get home just in time. Earlier in the day, just a few delays at Manchester-Boston Regional Airport.
We were in Disney World, so
What do you think about being back here?
it's the worst. It's too cold.
Do you know we're getting snow?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready?
No.
This family is trading sunny Florida for a cold snap back to reality with a big burst of New England winter weather.
Well, I really would rather be there, but it's okay. I mean, we all have to work and we all have to shovel snow, you know. It's part of being in New Hampshire.
Returning from a holiday trip typically means an empty fridge.
We have no groceries because we just got back from Pennsylvania. So I got to go in there and deal with it somehow.
Between the snow, the Patriots game, people running out of turkey leftovers, and
just weekly groceries for me.
The checkout line at Market Basket in Nashua looked more like the security line at a busy airport.
It's very crazy. They're directing all the carts to turn sideways so they could fit more people up towards the cash registers.
Back at the airport, travelers are happy to have beat the snow home.
It feels pretty good because we won't be stuck at an airport.
Yeah, I've been stuck in a lot of airports and I don't want to do that again.
So if you do have a flight out tonight or you're headed to the airport to pick someone up, be sure to check all of the statuses. You can do that online before you head to the airport. We're live in Nashua. Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Be safe out there, everyone, this evening. Mall of New Hampshire temporarily evacuated due to gas leak. The Mall of New Hampshire was temporarily evacuated Sunday morning because of a gas leak, according to the Manchester Fire Department. Investigators say a mall employee called firefighters after smelling gas near the entrance next to Red Robin, just as the mall was opening at 10 o'clock a.m. Manchester Fire District Chief Al Poulin said firefighters smelled a heavy odor of gas inside the building and decided to evacuate the mall. We went as quickly as we could, going from store to store to store to isolate the problem. And we did find the general location, and we isolated the problem, Poland said. Investigators say the source of the leak was a heating unit inside an empty store that was turned on a low temperature. The odor actually disputed throughout the other stores, so it was actually free ventilation throughout the mall entrance at Red Robin, and also 2 or 3 stores adjacent to that vent store, Poland said. Firefighters turned off the gas to the unit and determined it was safe to reopen the mall around 11 a.m. No injuries during the incident. Jessica's law requires drivers in New Hampshire to clear snow off cars. Since 2002, New Hampshire drivers have been legally required to clear snow and ice off their cars before getting on the road. Jessica's law was passed after Jessica Smith was killed when ice from a tractor trailer hit a box truck that ended up hitting her car. Drivers who violate the law face fines of $250 to $500 for the first offense, and $500 to $1,000 for multiple offenses. Jessica's mother, Linda Smith, told News 9 in 2015 that she sees snowy cars every day, and she doesn't want other mothers to suffer her loss. It takes not even 5 minutes to clear off your car, she said. It can take 3 seconds to kill somebody. And here is a look at that video. Take a look.
Just tell us. I was at the store, and from the beginning of the sale till the delivery, it was a great experience. And as a business owner, that's what we strive for.
Visit us at powellstone.com.
So do not forget to do that before you go on the roads tomorrow or this evening. Police arrest Manchester woman caught in sex assault of 14-year-old boy. Take a look at this woman right here. This is the woman right here. Police in Manchester have arrested a woman accused of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old boy. That woman was taken into custody on Saturday after police received an anonymous tip that she was on Malvern Street, Manchester police said in a press release. She faces 5 counts of felonious sexual assault. The woman is accused of sexually assaulting the 14-year-old boy multiple times in September and October in different locations in Manchester. Police said she also sent nude pictures of herself to the boy. Police had been looking for the woman since mid-October, and last week they put out a request for the Republic's assistance. They said a tip from that request led to her arrest. Give me 1 minute. More chances to score bargains as Cyber Monday approaches. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News and Good Morning America.
Turning now to the holiday weekend, deals aren't over yet. Cyber Monday still ahead with plenty of savings for online shoppers, and the results could be record sales.
This morning, shoppers and retailers gearing up for Cyber Monday after a record-breaking Black Friday. Online sales soaring to $7.4 billion, the most ever. Experts expect another record breaker tomorrow as retailers roll out new deals for Cyber Monday. Deep discounts from Best Buy include Beats by Dr. Dre headphones now $150 off, and HP laptops like this Chromebook $130 off. Target offering $80 off iPads, and this 65-inch Vizio TV $130 off. Aside from electronics, shoppers filling their carts with this year's hottest toys too. But for those who miss walking into a good old-fashioned toy store, Toys R Us made a comeback this weekend, reopening a store in Paramus, New Jersey under new ownership. It's the first Toys R Us to open in the U.S. since the retailer filed for bankruptcy, closing stores across the country last year.
Kids, their eyes are wide open. They love being back in the store. They love the interaction that's going on.
A second store will open in Houston this year, and there are plans to have about 10 stores by the end of 2020.
And let's bring in Vice President of Commerce at Adobe, Jason Boosley, to dig deeper into these numbers thanks to Adobe Analytics. How big is Cyber Monday going to be?
It's going to be the biggest ever. We're going to see $9.4 billion in online commerce for Cyber Monday, breaking records and really setting the pace for what's already been an incredible Cyber Week.
What items are going to be most popular for Cyber Monday?
I think from toys, you're going to see things like LOL Surprise. They've been a terrific hit. Nintendo Switch is doing really well. Nerf is making a comeback. And then, of course, games. You've got Madden, FIFA. All of those kinds of things are doing really, really well. On the electronics side, Apple products, laptops, AirPods, also doing very, very well.
In the big scheme of things, we have Black Friday, the Small Business Saturday, now Cyber Monday. How is the season looking overall? It's a shorter shopping season for people. How are the numbers stacking up?
Yeah, absolutely. Shorter shopping season, a little bit more compression. If your inbox is anything like mine, you started getting Black Friday deals last weekend. We're not borrowing from the actual Cyber Week, though. So we're still going to see, between this Thursday and Monday, Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday, we'll see $29 billion of commerce, which is an increase of almost 20% year over year. It's really fantastic.
So people are spending money. Mobile shopping is a big trend this year. People are buying from their phones.
We're finally starting to see mobile traction action really take off. $2.9 billion of mobile commerce took place on Black Friday, which is the largest ever. And then Christmas this year will be the first time we will ever see mobile commerce actually take over from desktop and tablets. So we're actually starting to see that shift we've been talking about for a long time finally come true.
Seeing how people are actually using phones in their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Get out of the line and pick out your phone.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jason, for joining us this morning.
Well, hey there, Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that is it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone, and bye.